Welcome to Amherst, Massachusetts, and McGurk Alumni Stadium, home to the Minutemen of UMass, just a stone's throw away from where the heart of the American Revolution was fought, and we are anxious to see a fight on the gridiron in this one. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game. As we'll see, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish taking on a team recharged after a much-needed bye week, the UMass Minutemen. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. UMass will kick off and we'll be underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Notre Dame's offense takes the field. Here he comes, and any time this guy touches the ball, and he will touch it plenty, a bolt of electricity just goes through the stadium, David.
And they'll feature him. They'll give him the ball, like you said, a lot, early, often. And he's a guy that can make game-breaking plays. The offense is built around his ability to run the football, Jesse, make big plays for this offense.
Yeah, he really shoulders the load, right, in more ways than one. The offense goes as this guy goes. So it's going to be important in this one. They get him going early and often.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Steps away to find some room. He throws one to the left. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
Nice catch there. You know, I think back to great Golden Domer wide receivers and Tim Brown, who won a Heisman, Rocket Ismail, obviously. How about Jeff Samardzija? There's a name you don't hear very much anymore, but he was awesome for Brady Quinn back in the day, and all those guys had the ability to win one-on-one. Their quarterbacks knew that if they had that matchup outside, they were going to take it, and I think this quarterback feels the same way about that guy. He is just so dynamic outside.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
And I love this offense and the way they started this football game. Listen, last week be danged, okay? Forget last week. Nice job coming out, setting the tone in this ball game, putting a long drive together, and getting a touchdown.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards, and they finished it off with the score from the 4. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So UMass offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. On the move and looking deep. Catch and stride inside the 15. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
And that had to be a coverage bust on defense. There is no rhyme or reason why a receiver should be that wide open, that deep down the field. Defense, they better check themselves.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. If you don't tip the scales at 3 bills, stay on the sidelines. Big boys in the goal line D. To the air, it's Gentry. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, UMass.
And nice job by this offense. 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line. The whole playbook's open. Great job by the QB seeing it immediately. Getting the football out of his hands, hitting his receiver, getting 6 points.
And he added the extra point. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Quickly complete. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick six. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
They're going back to the ground. At the 45 on his way. He now has 61 yards rushing in this one and within striking distance of a 1,000-yard season.
Well, that's a really good-looking physical run. I'll tell you, when you think of Notre Dame football, too, you think of all the great coaches they've had, Ara Parseghian, Newt Rockne, Lou Holtz. Those guys would love what they're seeing right now. 3 yards in a cloud of dust, wearing the defense down, running the football when they know you're going to do it. This is Notre Dame football to a T. Beautiful.
Notre Dame lines up quickly. Quarterback will audible. He wants to throw here on second down. He's moving out of the pocket. Now he's going to send this one deep to the right. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. It is a valuable tool to have a quarterback that can extend a play like that. But sometimes you're smart to be check down Charlie and just take something easy and not invite disaster.
Because when you roll out, you're rolling out, you're cutting the field in half, right? The defense starts to run from one side to where you're rolling out to. The field kind of shrinks, and it kind of becomes a little bit of backyard ball. And you could tell he forced that one in there. Didn't get the interception, thank goodness, but it wasn't a great decision.
Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Wide out in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. They keep attacking through the air. Throws to the tight end. Ball in the air, intercepted. Bringing it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his... And what a momentum-changing play for his team.
The Minutemen going back to work on offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
This offense has a second down play. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And a great job by the linebacker. You could tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. UMass will line up to punt it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Here come the Irish back on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You get a
the expressway is wide open. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
This defense really needs to be careful, and they have to play with great eye discipline, understanding where the football is at all times. Moving forward, they have got to know if this guy has the ball, because he is dangerous in space.
After that huge play, they've now got it inside the 30. It's 1st and 10. The give to the back. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
He now has 80 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Trying to barge their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The UMass offense returns to the field. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Pocket starts to collapse. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Fires the pass, intercepted. Got some room to run. He's at the 10. He's out of bounds at the 6-yard line. Get the ball back and put your offense in business. They are so close to a score, they can smell it on the first play of the drive. 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Irish! Effective offense, leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. This play will be a big indication of whether this drive goes anywhere on 2nd and long from the 11. To the air, it's Gentry. Using the quick game. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a first down like they did there.
Thing just right with a big play coming. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Makes a move. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. In modern college football, Jesse, if there's time, there's an opportunity to attack.
And I like them being aggressive here too, guys. Look, they practice this all week long. Now you're in that situation to go out there, have some...
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And
oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
Going back to the well, another deep ball. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Amherst. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football.
Here he comes from his own end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The UMass offense returns to the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. UMass will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here come the Irish, back on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Handoff from the gun. Makes his man miss. He's got 98 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. 3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that up.
The Minutemen going back to work on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
They have a first down at the 41-yard line. He wants to throw. Makes the grab down the middle. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. He'll take that completion.
Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Minutemen! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability, that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
So much for the touchback. Here he comes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical. They wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Thrust that arm out. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
And there's really no... When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. To the ground with the back. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. Single back formation, and they give it to him. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Takes a shot as he lets it go. Throw to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play.
Love the play call by the offensive coordinator. Always love being aggressive and trying to take shots, but that play worked because there was zero pressure coming from the defense. Quarterback had all day to scan the field.
That big play really has them in business. It's 1st and 10 from the 11. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll go to the ground. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break.
3:25.
They'll try to run for it. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. He leaves it with his back. Not much movement there. It's a gain of 1, gets him out to the 5.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done. I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
And now on 3rd down, shadowed their own goalpost, needing some breathing room. He's loose at the 15. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
Just a great job by the quarterback, the running back, the offensive line. Sneaky little devils. What do? Make it look like pass, sneak in the run, catch you off guard. Great play call by the offense.
Getting some heat. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one. Now on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Gentry. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Turns it on down the left side. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, UMass.
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup. And then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff team out there to boot it away and 15 yards farther up the field after the roughing the kicker penalty. Looking for a productive play on first down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. 3rd and inches coming, maybe the biggest play of the game. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. 2nd down coming up. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
Nice confidence by the QB. Good throw over the middle of the field. Nice little stripe down the field for a big play. Listen, you got to throw it where it's open. And he found a slot, found a little hole in the middle of the field. Nice job attacking it.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. With the run on 1st and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line.
I think if you're offense here, the game boils down to this one play on 3rd down with the lead late. If you get the first down, that's ball game. There's not enough time left for the defense to get it back and go march down the field. So let's dial up our best play offensively. Let's make sure our best players are touching the football here.
Trying to push their way into the end zone on 3rd and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on 4th down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it.
Touchdown, Fighting Irish! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The UMass offense returns to the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Pressure coming. And the defense gets to the quarterback. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Double time, hustling to the line to stop the clock. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Here come the Irish back on offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes...
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. The offense starts this drive in the shadow of its own end zone. They're bringing heat. All bottled up. That'll be a safety. The ball was loose in the end zone. It goes out of the back, and they're probably lucky it wasn't recovered for a touchdown. The kickoff team lined up. They'll have to give it back after giving up that safety. And after this play, the cake will be baked.
Green 25.
He's looking to throw it. Oh, he wants it all. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Taking it the other way. And he goes to the ground, and that's how this game is going to end. A strong, methodical, workmanlike